Good day, everybody. What is up? This is the first episode of Sit Down Remix. My name is Travis Campbell, and I'm excited to be joining you today with my co-host Max Wike.
How you doing, Travis?
I'm doing great, Max. I'm happy to be here with everybody.
Yeah, me too.
So we're excited to take y'all along this journey with us. So we will not be having a consistent schedule right now, but you guys can expect episodes and releases pretty much weekly once we get things going. And we are just so excited to be here with you guys. And honestly, let's just get right into it. Max, do you want to lead us off with the first subject of the day?
Spring training.
Yes, MLB spring training is going on right now, and there's still a couple big name free agents that have not signed places. Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery are both not actively on a team. Blake Snell is coming off the AL Cy Young Award, which is given to the best pitcher in the American League. Max, you think you could give us some background as to why these players maybe either aren't signed or if the market is too small or big for them? What is your take on this?
I think definitely one of the common factors is that they're both agents of Scott Boras, and Scott Boras is one of the more notorious. What do you call it? Like
Are you saying like maybe he's being too aggressive as an agent, and like maybe trying to give his players more than what they're actually worth?
yeah, agent. Thank you. Sorry, that's what I was looking for. I think definitely a notorious agent in MLB. I think he's being too aggressive with their contracts. I think he's asking teams to pay Snell and Montgomery too much for what they're worth. I think that's a big thing with how Cody Bellinger didn't sign another Boras agent until spring training. I'm guessing he's probably looking for a good $300 million contract for 10 years, but that's just not reasonable coming off one good year after two really bad years.
Yeah, I mean, he was borderline in the minor leagues in 2022 and then came back, had a solid season, but not one worth 300 million like he was asking.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah.
So, looking at spring training, like I've really been impressed by three teams so far. I think the Rockies have been impressing me a lot. I think a lot of people are expecting them to be bottom dwellers. They're not going to be that good. I honestly would think the Rockies might be, dude. They might be a dark horse wild card team if Chris Bryant can put it back together this year.
Yeah, me and my dad were actually talking about Chris Bryant the other night since he was a former Cub. Like if Chris Bryant can get his stuff together, he could definitely be one of the top. Well, he's a utility player now, but he could definitely be one of the top outfielders or third baseman in the MLB. Because what we've seen from the past, if he starts to shine just a little bit like he was, he definitely could be a big factor to the Rockies this year.
And you also have the fact that you are continuing to build that core around Brendan Rodgers.
Mm.
Brendan Rodgers, I think, would probably go for about 22 million in free agency if he were in there right now per year. Um, so you continue to build a good core around Brendan Rodgers. I think that is very valuable to the Rockies, and I think it easily makes them one of the more slept on teams in the MLB.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
Uh,
Rockies have a lot of young talent for sure. I think they could definitely shine this year for sure.
oh, 100%. So I've also been watching the Phillies a lot because I'm a Braves fan, so I watch a lot of the NL East, see how they're doing.
Mm.
Dude, the Phillies might win. Dude, they might contend for the NL East this year. I'm just saying that right now. If from what I've seen from Kyle Schwarber and from in spring training, and from what I'm seeing from Zach Wheeler from the clubhouse, that they are all in on this season, and I think that's why they signed Wheeler to the contract that they did.
Yeah, I mean the Phillies have been contenders for like what 4 years now. I mean
Hmm.
it's no secret that they're here to play, especially with the Zach Wheeler extension. I think that's even more of a sign that they're here to play and win for sure.
Yep.
And they have a prime Harper on their team, and if Schwarber can start hitting the ball and just kill it, then they'll definitely be a championship series team.
And you've also got the development of Bryson Stott, which
Yeah.
appears to be going very well. Um, I think the Phillies will win. I think 94 games. I'm definitely picking up Bryson Stott in fantasy
Yeah,
because in my mock drafts he's going in like the ninth round, and which is crazy to me, especially in non PPR leagues.
yeah,
Like it really puts an emphasis on that the Phillies have on balance, especially with the Zach Wheeler extension.
yeah. I agree with that for sure. Um, what do you think about the What do you think about the Rangers this year? How are they looking?
I think they got lucky in the playoffs last year. I think they faced a lot, how do you say this, weaker competition than they probably should
Like
have.
the Diamondbacks, I agree. I feel like the Diamondbacks could have definitely won that series if they just had a couple things go more right for them. I feel like they did face a lot weaker competition.
Mhm.
But even with Marcus Simeon and Corey Seager, they're probably the best middle infield in baseball. I
You
feel.
also have to think though, Marcus Simeon is 34 years old, and
Yeah, that's true.
he his OBP declined a bit last year, and Seager, while good, did not look himself the last month and a half of the season. He turned it on for the playoffs, but you got to have that kind of consistent play when it comes to the end of the season, which is why the Rangers almost honestly even fell out of the playoffs.
Yeah,
If the Mariners don't collapse the last 2 weeks of the season, the Rangers aren't even in the playoffs.
yeah, I agree with that for sure.
I would say the Rangers also you have to think their top two, three pitchers aren't gonna be back till at least June.
Mm.
So if you're relying on Nathan Eovaldi, John Gray, and Dane Dunning as a quality top three starting in lineup, like you can rely on those guys in the middle of a rotation. But if you're going to make them your top three starters,
Mm.
then I don't think it's going to end well for the Rangers. I think that I have them capped out at 89 wins and a wild card appearance.
What do you think about Degrom? Do you think he'll come back at all this season, or do you think he'll just be injured for the whole season?
I think he'll come back. I don't. I think he'll do a lot of what Verlander did when he had his Tommy John,
Mm.
where he rehabs for the offseason. He tries to throw a little bit in spring training, which we've already seen. He's trying to go out with like AAA and stuff like that and throw some spring training.
Yeah,
And he needs to get on the field healthy if the Rangers want to make a push at the World Series again because that rotation last year when DeGrom was in and was healthy
yeah,
was just exponentially better than when he was hurt, and you could see that in how the players played, how their confidence was boosted. It was just night and day.
yeah. So ESPN released their top 100 players for the MLB upcoming season today.
Okay.
And Shohei Ohtani was ranked at number 9. So here are the top 8. You have Acuna Jr. at first, Judge at second, Soto at third, Betts at fourth, Freeman at fifth, Corey Seager at sixth, Garrett Cole at 7, Jordan Alvarez at 8, and Shohei Ohtani at 9. Do you think Ohtani was ranked too low in that rankings? Or do you think that the other 8 players are actually better than that?
Obviously, I don't think the eight players are actually better than Otani when he pitches, but because he's not pitching this season, you do have to denounce him a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with
Although,
that.
although I'll say this, ranking Corey Seager over Jordan Alvarez in any sense just makes no sense to me. Like Jordan is a proven 300 hitter. He's a 35 home run guy consistently. He's only 26 years old. Um, you really just have to take all of that into account. And Jordan probably, in my book, should be top five. I also think Betts is rated a little too high. I think his numbers last year were heavily inflated because he played at second base a lot more.
Yeah.
And you also have to take into account uh, what Betts actually is, and that is a good average guy who's going to get you 25 home runs a season. He'll
Yeah.
steal probably 35, 40 bags. But at the end of the day, like Betts just does not add he's not a deal breaker on a title team in my opinion.
Yeah. So this is interesting. The Royals are 11-5 in spring training right now, the second worst team behind the Oakland Athletics last year, and they're 11-5, only behind the Dodgers, who's 12-3 this year, which is no surprise to anyone. The Dodgers have one of the best teams MLB's ever seen right now.
100%, yeah.
So what do you think about the Royals being 11-5? You think that's a spring training fluke, or do you think that's like a good prediction to see what they're going to do this season?
I've said this off camera several times. The Royals are my pick for the AL Central. Look, dude, that division is hot garbage.
Yeah,
The Twins lost a lot of their power. You can't trust Buxton and Royce Lewis to stay healthy.
yeah,
You can't trust Pablo Lopez to carry a rotation for that long.
yeah,
Um, the White Sox are in purgatory. Uh,
yeah,
like dude, the White Sox aren't doing anything.
yeah,
Like we both know that.
yeah.
The Tigers, I like their rotation. I think Scooble and Mize are good, but outside of Torkelson and Riley Green, like what do they have on their offense?
I mean, Carlos Correa. I mean, that's and then he's
Carlos Correa on the yeah, I mean the Twins again, like Correa had a down year last year, and do you really trust Correa in a in over the course of 162 games to win you games on his own? Do you think he's good enough to do that? I don't think
I don't
so.
think he is. I mean, he's a great player whenever he's well, on a whenever he's prime Carlos Correa, fantastic player. But I mean, you can't just like you said, you can't rely on one player to carry you through the entire season.
Yeah,
Something
100%.
else I found really interesting: the Tampa Bay Rays, how many games in a row did they win last year in a row within the season?
Oh, dude, I think they went 28-4 to start the season,
Yeah.
something like that. It was crazy.
Now they're 4-9 and last place in the Grapefruit League behind the Toronto Blue Jays. So do you think that's also a spring training fluke, or do you think that's just them starting to warm up for the season?
I honestly think it's a spring training fluke.
I do.
The Rays did this last season, spring training too. I think they went 8-13 in spring
Yeah.
training. Um, they do got to get their pitching healthy though. Like Shane Baz is good, but he can't carry a rotation by himself. And you with Wander Franco having a very uncertain future, you got to look and see what you're doing
I think
there.
Wander Franco is not going to play in the MLB again because if he outwardly came out and said that he had relations with a 14-year-old girl, then excuse me, my voice cracked.
You're good.
But I feel like that Wander Franco, unless he gets really lucky like Josh Giddey did, I just don't think that we'll ever see him in an MLB uniform again.
Dude, that entire situation is maybe one of the wildest things I've ever heard. Literally, um, the parents were paying him to keep dating her.
Yeah, it's just it's a really unfortunate situation because Franco had so much talent, just so much talent, and he signed like a $280 million contract within the first 2 months of him being in the big leagues. It's just
I still remember his debut where he hit a home run and a walk-off double.
yeah, it's a really sad situation because he could have had such a great career.
hmm
It's like Jose Fernandez, you know, like I would love to see what Jose Fernandez would have done if he hadn't been killed on that boat accident.
Yeah, 100%. Um, but I think the Rays are gonna be fine. I think once they get their pitching going, that they're gonna still gonna be one of the most dangerous teams in the AL.
Yeah.
All right, so let's make our World Series predictions right here, right now. And you know what? Once the World Series and the playoffs comes around, we will come back to these predictions and see how we did and what our like basically just roast ourselves with these predictions. So, Max, give me your MLB World Series predictions right here, right now,
So
and tell me why.
for my American League pick, definitely the Orioles. I mean, they're such a great team. I mean, they have such young talent with um, Adley Rutschman, and then they have so many more young prospects coming up in AAA right now that are all just dominant. So I think the Orioles are 100% lock for me. National League is a little uncertain because it could definitely go a lot of ways. The Dodgers certainly in contention. They're what? They're 14 or they're 12-3 right now. In the spring training, the Braves could definitely make a mark. Um, and then yeah, I mean, right now it'd be Orioles or Braves and Dodgers. I think for sure. I just don't see a lot of other teams competing on the level that those three teams are on right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. So, what about the NL? Or sorry, I'm dumb. I'm dumb.
No,
My
you're
bad.
fine.
So, my AL prediction, I am going to agree with you, and I'm going to say the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah.
I think Once Kyle Bradish comes back into that rotation, you add him with Corbin Burns in there, and that is a scary rotation.
Yeah, they had a really good offseason too.
Hmm.
Signed a lot of good talent.
And you just let Gunnar Henderson keep progressing. You get Rushman to keep going. I think Jackson Holiday is going to have his rookie struggles, kind of like Gunnar did.
Yeah, or Spencer Torkelson too.
Yeah. Um, they might bring up Heston Kjerstad too later in the year.
Former Hog.
Yes, and former #2 overall pick behind Spencer Torkelson.
There you go. Yeah.
But he's been killing it in spring training too.
Yeah.
I fully expect they'll put Jackson Holiday on the opening day roster.
Yeah.
I think he'll replace Jorge Mateo as the shortstop. And I love Jorge Mateo, but he just is not. He doesn't have the pop in the bat that Holiday does, and you and just adding Corbin Burns to that rotation just is lethal.
Yeah.
And then for the NL, I can go with the Dodgers, the trendy pick, right? They 12-3 in spring training. But this is what the Dodgers do every year.
They choke in the NLDS.
They will win 105, 110 games. You'll think, oh, they're so good. They're going to be the World Series champions. And then they'll go out against a team like the Diamondbacks or a team like the Phillies, and they will not, and they will just look a shell of themselves.
It's like 2021, the Giants and Dodgers. The Giants had 112 wins?
108 wins.
108 wins. And the Dodgers had 107. And the only reason the Dodgers won that series was because of a terrible, terrible check swing call.
Yep, I remember.
Giants would have 100% won that series if it wasn't for that call.
Because there was bases loaded with 2 outs.
Yeah.
And it was it Mike Yastrzemski at the plate then?
I think it was.
Yeah. Shout out Mike Yastrzemski. That dude's been solid ever since he came into the league.
Yeah.
But you can't trust the Dodgers in the playoffs. They could break the Mariners record and win like 130 games, and I still wouldn't bet on them in the playoffs. They were favored so much by the Diamondbacks last year that Mookie Betts was literally going at it with Ketel Marte on Twitter 2 days before, and then what did they do? They get swept and get the floor wiped with them.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the reason that the current playoff format sucks.
Yeah.
But that's a reflection on the Dodgers just not being as good as people say they are.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the Atlanta Braves.
That's not a bad pick at all. I mean, that's why I had a number 2. So
I mean, every single player in that lineup who started consistently hit 20-plus home runs last year. That is unheard of in baseball, regardless of who you put in your rotation.
And then you have, Ronald Acuna Jr., who was 100% already in the early contentions. Well, the season hasn't started, but he'll be in the contentions for the NL MVP. He'll be in the top 3 voting, 100%. If he stays healthy all year, if he has another 40-50 season or somehow another 40-70 season, that's pretty,
Yeah. He reminds me a lot of, and this is maybe a little outlandish for you baseball fans listening, but he reminds me a little bit of Ken Griffey Jr.
Whoa, okay. Slow down there.
Okay, this might be a little bit being biased, okay? Because guys, if you didn't know, I am a Braves fan, but that means I watch him almost every day, and I can tell you what he is. He is a guy that when he is healthy, you bet on him getting 40, 45 home runs every single year. He has one of the prettiest swings in the MLB. He is an elite defender when healthy, and you can't get him out on the base paths. He is a amazing player in every single way. Same way kind of Ken Griffey was in his first stint with the Mariners.
The thing is Ken Griffey Jr. was in the league for 20 years, and Acuna's been in the league for 4 years. Is that 3 or 4 years?
I'm not saying he is currently Ken Griffey Jr. I'm saying he reminds me of him.
I'm just saying, if he can do consistently what he's doing right now for the next 10 years, then he'll be on the same level as Ken Griffey Jr. And I do get where he reminds you of him. I can definitely see the resemblance. But Ken Griffey Jr. is just on a different level compared to MLB players.
Ken Griffey Jr. is third on my greatest baseball players of all time. And that you have to think about this. He missed 4 seasons with the Reds due to injury. Literally, Reds signed prime Ken Griffey Jr. just for him to die on the field every time he wore their uniform.
Yeah.
That's honestly sad. But Yeah, he missed 4 full seasons, only played really 15 full seasons compared to other guys playing like 20, 22, and he's seventh in all time home runs.
Yeah.
That is utterly absurd. Like, there is no player in history that is as consistent and as good as Ken Griffey Jr. when healthy.
All right. Another controversial topic. Do you think Barry Bonds belongs in the Hall of Fame?
I do.
I did, yeah. Because even though he was on steroids, the hand-eye coordination you have to hit 762 home runs in your career is insane. Because you have less, it takes more time to blink than to hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even though he was on steroids, I mean, still, I mean, like, he still is one of the greatest baseball players of all time, even without steroids.
Yeah, like you think about his time with the Pittsburgh Pirates, right? That dude was he's one of only 7 players to be in the 40-40 club
Yeah.
with the Pirates. Like, he was a Hall of Fame level player even without the whole steroid mess.
Yeah.
And I think if you're going to ban players that use steroids, like, you should ban any player pre-1930s from the Hall of Fame. And yes, that includes Babe Ruth. Anyone who says Babe Ruth is the greatest baseball player of all time is lying to themselves.
Now, see, I don't know. What's your logic behind banning all players since 1930 on the Hall of Fame?
Because the game was so much, like, you go back to what, like, stories from, like, grandkids of these types of players, right? They were, like, it was so bad. Like, it was not anything near what, like, it's not like the eras of the NBA argument, right? Like, baseball, they literally pulled plumbers and firefighters. Like, the NBA, it's a joke, and NFL, it's a joke. Baseball, it's literally true.
But I mean, you have to think about what they did at their time, though. Like, we can't. It's not fair to compare. It's not fair to compare Shohei Ohtani to Babe Ruth because Babe Ruth, like you said, was going up against firefighters and plumbers.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And Ohtani is going up against all-star pitchers who have been in the league for 5 years and are in Cy Young contention every year. It's just not fair to, like, you have to judge them on what they did at their time compared to what players are doing now because that's a completely unfair argument.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I'm personally of the opinion that you can't really compare eras, but you can compare what the competition was.
Yeah.
And the competition, as much as I hate to say it, it was not good.
Yeah, you're right for sure. But still, I mean, I don't think Babe Ruth is in the top 5 of all time. As much as he influenced the game of baseball, like, there's just, there's so many other great picks you could have.
All he didn't do anything but hit home runs. When he played in the field, he was terrible. He was not a great pitcher when he pitched.
This is kind of like the same argument that Derek Jeter has. Like, he's like,
Yeah.
Isn't he statistically the worst defensive shortstop of all time?
Yeah, I think he's the most overrated player in MLB history. The only reason he is revered is because of his quote-unquote leadership and his captain status. Like, yeah, you can make those arguments for anyone not on the Yankees.
Yeah. So, what are your picks for the AL East? Because AL East is notoriously the hardest division in baseball. Do you think the Orioles take it or the Rays take it?
I think the Orioles take it. I think the
Yeah.
Orioles just have the consistency. The Rays don't get a lot of their pitching back for a while. So I'm going with the Orioles.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that because, I mean, the Rays are. I mean, it'll be a close race for sure. Like, we saw glimpses of the Orioles last year for sure. It's kind of like Vlad said. Last year was a trailer. This year is the movie. I feel like this year is definitely the movie for the Orioles.
Yep.
Oh, you already said Royals for AL Central. What about AL West?
You might disagree with me here, but I'm gonna go the Seattle Mariners.
See, that's not a bad take in my opinion. That's not a bad take. But I feel like the Astros still just have the consistency. I mean, they have Altuve, Alvarez, Tucker. I mean, those are 3 great players right there. 3 fantastic players.
100%, yeah. But you also have to have the concerns about Altuve's age, Verlander's age, Michael Brantley's age and getting in there. Like, they only have really 2, like, awesome young players, and it's Jordan and Jeremy Pena.
What about Kyle Tucker?
Kyle Tucker's 28. I don't consider him like a super young prospect anymore.
How old is Altuve?
Altuve is like 32, 33.
But he probably still has another 4 years in him though.
maybe, but is it going to be elite level play? No.
No, it'll be a slow decline, but I mean he'll still contend every year.
Yep.
All right, now NL East. Well, like, what are your picks for the National League now?
Okay, so um, I'll just say 'em one by one. NL East, I got the Braves pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Phillies do contend for it, but the Braves have the best roster maybe in Major League Baseball, top to bottom.
Yeah,
Like, the Dodgers have the most flash, Braves have the most consistency.
yeah,
NL Central, I'm going with the Cubs.
yeah,
Just, I think that the Cardinals, I don't think they can keep that rotation healthy, and I think the Reds are still a year or two away from truly being great.
yeah.
I think Hunter Green and I'm forgetting their other pitcher's name, but I think their pitching staff still has a lot of ways to go. I think Steer is really good, but I think he needs some molding, kind of like Ellie does.
I think if they just develop over the next 2 to 3 years, they'll definitely be in playoff contention for sure because they have the talent. They just need, like you said, they just need to develop a little bit
Yeah.
more.
And lastly, before we move on to another subject with the NL West, I have got the Dodgers. I mean, just
There's no competition there.
no. I think the Diamondbacks will win 90 games, but outside of that, like I don't see anyone really doing much.
Mhm.
Again, I think the Rockies could make a surprise run at a winning record, but so before we move on, what are your picks for every division? You can just go division by division, give a quick summary.
AL East, I also have the Orioles. I mean, like you said, I think the Rays will definitely be in contention, but the Orioles just have such young talent. AL Central, AL Central is kind of a toss up because it's just not a good division. It's definitely the weakest division in baseball for sure.
Yeah,
But I mean, I think I'd probably go the Royals too. Compared to if we see what they're doing in spring training right now, if they put it on the field during regular season, then they'll definitely be AL Central contenders. Um, AL West, go the Oakland Athletics. I was messing with you. But
we like to joke around here, guys.
I'm probably gonna go to the Astros on this one. I think, like I said, I think they have a really solid team. They've been together for 4 or 5 years. They have the chemistry together. Dusty Baker he's gone now, right?
Yes,
So I mean, there could be some hiccups with a new head coach. I still
manager, not new head coach.
that's what I mean. Sorry. But I think they'll still be a really consistent team this year.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Then NL East, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Braves too. I think the Phillies will make a good argument for sure, but the Braves just have a really solid team. NL Central might be a bit biased, but I'll go with the Cubs. I mean, we got Pete Crow Armstrong coming up. You have Dansby Swanson and Nico Horner, Gold Glovers last year.
Although I will say this, just intervene real quick. Dansby did take a bit of a dive in his hitting last year. His OBP wasn't as good, and
Yeah.
he definitely had a lot more exit velo, less exit velo.
Yeah, but we re-signed Bellinger, which is a huge offensive boost for us.
Oh, absolutely.
Then you have Christopher Morel, who is looking like a demon in spring training right now, just hitting bombs left and right. Then if I think if the Cubs get Suzuki more active, start him getting, sorry, if he starts to hit over 260 or 250, if he starts hitting like the 280 range, he'll be crazy dominant.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
And then Pico Armstrong is the best Cubs prospect we've seen in a long time. And then Ian Happ, if he can, it's the same argument that Suzuki has. If he just gets his batting average up just to like maybe 260, 270, like, I mean, that's an easy contender for the playoffs right there.
Yeah.
In the NL West, Dodgers. I mean,
Yeah, we don't need to explain that.
there's no argument there. Yeah.
All right, so now we move on to maybe a more interesting topic of today, more than looking ahead. We have got NFL free agency. The legal tampering period started today, which means that now anybody can sign anywhere, and we have got some big news.
First off, what do you think of Russell Wilson signing with the Steelers?
I think it's a good move for the Steelers.
Really?
I think the Steelers just needed a leader in the locker room, and Russ brings that in at getting him at $1.2 million with essentially no hit to your cap, so you can go out and add to that defense.
Yeah.
That is huge for the Steelers, and now that takes an issue off their hands. I think Russ is still a good quarterback,
Yeah.
personally. So, I am of the belief that the Steelers elevated their team and now can add to their defense a lot more because I think they still have $40 million in cap room that they
Yeah.
can go use. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, they could definitely sign some good defense
Yeah.
with that $40 million.
All right. So some of the best news that we got out of today is the Raiders signed Christian Wilkins to pair with Max Crosby and Tyree Wilson. And gosh, like Wilkins is so athletic and such a beast on the interior of that D line.
Yeah.
Because before, teams would just team up on Max Crosby. Max Crosby was the guy that nobody could stop no matter what double team you throw at him. Now you can't throw double teams at him.
Yeah.
And you get Tyree Wilson developed, that you could be talking about the best D line in the NFL.
Yeah.
Between those three. It is insane how good it is. And the deal is 4 years, $110 million with $85 million of it guaranteed. That is one of the biggest contracts that any D lineman has ever got on a per year basis.
What do you think about the Bengals this year? Do you think they'll have like a? They started off a little rocky, right, at the beginning of the season, didn't they?
Yeah, I think if they can go out and improve that O line a little bit, maybe on the interior, I think their tackles are fine.
Yeah.
But maybe get a replacement for Jackson Carman. Shout out Jackson at the left guard position.
Yeah.
And then go improve that secondary. Seriously, when your number one corner all year was Chidobe Awuzie, former Cowboy, if you guys didn't know, he was not good. And their secondary, their only true good, okay players are Dax Hill and Cam Taylor-Britt. So you got to go out and add to that secondary, especially the outside corner spots. And if they do that, like you could be looking at another AFC North title.
I agree with that for sure.
All right, so the Titans are actually making a lot of – so you know how, like, early in the offseason they said they were building around Will Levis?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they've started that today. They signed Broncos center Lloyd Cushenberry, who had the third highest pass block PFF rating among centers. And they are signing Tony Pollard from Dallas for 3 years, $24 million. Pollard did have a little bit of a drop-off with the Cowboys last year, but still a 1,000-yard back and was still – one of the better additions for Tennessee, who's likely moving on from Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
And let's see what else we got. I'm looking at Yahoo Sports right here because nothing else is actually live. Oh, so this was really funny. So Deion Dawkins earlier today on Twitter posted like some cryptic tweet about and
it was about the Bills, right?
Yes, and people were speculating, oh, is he leaving Buffalo? Is he doing this? 5 minutes later, he tweets out that he's going back to Buffalo for 3 years and $60 million, and everyone's just like, what are you doing? Like, dude.
Yeah. So, do you think the Chiefs go back to the Super Bowl this year, or do you think there'll be someone else to take their title?
Again, it's way too early in the offseason to tell.
Yeah.
I think them losing out on Mike Evans to him going back to the Bucs. I think if they got Mike Evans, they would have been a lot more locked in as title favorites. But they're still going to be up there. They're always the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So, like, as long as Kelsey doesn't have a complete and utter drop off, they're always going to be good.
I mean, this is like a borderline dynasty right here. I mean, they've won like 3 titles in the last
3 titles over the last 5 years, I think, 6 years.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, I think over the last 6 years.
Yeah. So, all right, let's scroll through some more. Oh, yeah, the Bears are signing DeAndre Swift to a 3-year, $24 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
Very specific number. Why are you giving him just 3 years, $24 million? It's crazy how David Montgomery rushed for 1,100 yards this year, and last year only got a 3-year, $18 million deal.
Yeah.
Or Jamal Williams getting a 3-year, $12 million deal and then just not getting used in New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's insane, like, how opposite of the spectrum these players are.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
And scrolling through here. By the way, guys, let us know what other what topics you want us to cover. We're open to anything. We're open to suggestions. So just leave a comment down below. DM us if you want. Just look for holes in how we can improve this too, because this is our first podcast. So
yeah, for sure.
So we are gonna get to the debate of the day.
I like your sound effects.
That was a little jingle for y'all. So, Max, I'm gonna name two artists basically,
Mhm.
and you're going to tell me which one you think has the better all-time catalog. Not one you would rather listen to necessarily,
Yeah.
but one you would say has the better all-around catalog.
Yeah.
Because there could be some specific songs that you like listening to more, which is why you like the artist more.
Yeah.
But we're talking about just a true catalog here. And you guys listening, play along too and comment how bad his opinions are. Seriously, please comment how bad his opinions are. I have $13 riding on this. Why 13? I have no idea. All right, so first up, we've got a rock showdown between Guns N' Roses and Poison.
I'm gonna go Guns N' Roses. I mean, you have first off, Appetite for Destruction, one of the best album names of all time.
I'm with you, dude. It's
First,
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Sweet Child of Mine carries that 100%. They have Paradise City. Then Poison. I'm not a big Poison fan, so this is why I'm going Guns N' Roses because I'm not really informed on Poison. You know, I don't have a lot of opinion on them.
I would personally go Guns N' Roses, but I do think Poison is more influential. They started that kind of 80s punk movement and hairband movement,
Yeah.
which I think led to was one of the deciding factors in one of the worst genres in history, which was nu metal.
Yeah.
Seriously, anyone listening, if you actually listen to nu metal consistently, please tell us so we can slander you.
Did you see that Slash was at the Oscars last night though?
I didn't watch the Oscars personally, so I didn't, but that's awesome.
Yeah. So Ryan Gosling performed his song "I'm Just Ken" from Barbie.
Oh
And
my god.
he brought out Slash for the last like minute of it.
Dude, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was watching. I'm like, that's Slash. I'm like, that's pretty funny.
Dude, I can imagine I just pictured Slash in like a Ken outfit, like in the pink and everything.
No, he was wearing like all black too. He was like
Oh
wearing
my
like
gosh.
his normal outfit.
Dude, that's so sick. Imagine just seeing that live and you just see Slash like what in the world is going on? It's
Yeah.
like seeing Slash at the Super Bowl. Like you don't know what's going on, but you love it.
Yeah. So, let me think of one. You got Foo Fighters or Nirvana?
Oh, I feel like no matter what I say here, people are gonna get mad.
I feel like even though I'm a humongous Foo Fighters fan, like I've literally listened to them since I was like 3. My dad had the greatest hits CD. I listened to it in his old Chevy Tahoe.
Nice.
So I mean I know like every Foo Fighters song there is, but I have to go Nirvana here. I feel like just their influence on the entire rock genre as a whole was just unmatched compared to anyone.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Foo Fighters is the offspring of Nirvana. So because after Kurt Cobain killed himself.
Yep. Grohl, the drummer, went off and made his own band
Yeah.
with this. I think again you're getting into influential versus best catalog here, and I think as influential as Nirvana was, one, they weren't as influential as Soundgarden,
Yeah.
and two, like a lot of their songs are just weird, dude. And I get it; it was because Kurt Cobain was a weird guy, but
Yeah.
I feel like Foo Fighters is almost a more modernized and, in a lot of ways, improved version of Nirvana.
I think it definitely is because I think Grohl may like just took the mistakes that they may have made with Nirvana, whatever that may be, and
Mhm.
just fixed them with Foo Fighters. Because I
Yeah.
mean, they've been a band for 30 years now.
Yeah, like
so.
you go listen to a song like "Big Me" or "The Pretender," right? It's easy to see like where they improve on these Nirvana elements.
Yeah.
So I'm going Foo Fighters for catalog.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I think that biasly I'd pick Foo Fighters for catalog too, but I'd pick Nirvana for influence for sure.
Yeah, I would too. That's what I would do.
Yeah, for sure.
But if we're going based off of strictly catalog, I'm going Foo Fighters.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, now we've got a rapper showdown. I don't know if you're gonna have any opinion on this because I know you don't listen to a ton of rap,
Yeah.
but I know you do listen to some.
Yeah.
And we're gonna settle the ultimate debate here: Kanye versus Eminem.
Kanye, 100% Kanye. There's no
Oh
argument.
my
There's no
gosh.
argument.
Oh my gosh.
There's no argument for Eminem compared to Kanye. Sure, Eminem he's a fantastic rapper. He has great albums. Dude, Kanye, he has the Dropout trilogy, right?
Yes, he
Watch the
does.
Throne, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasies, okay?
Yep.
Life of Pablo. That's 6 albums right there that are all-time greats. Maybe
Yep.
not Watch the Throne, but that's 6 albums right there that would stack up against all of Eminem's.
Yeah, and then you had Donda onto that too.
I don't even think Donda is one of his greatest albums, and that's still a great album.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this is where we're gonna disagree so hard.
Yeah.
Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time. Anyone listening right here? Yeah.
Not Jay Z.
No. No.
What?
Jay-Z is carried a lot by his producing, and a lot of Eminem's influence. Jay-Z actually takes a good amount from Eminem if you listen to a lot of his interviews. Eminem, you mentioned all those albums from Kanye, right?
Yeah.
Let me just name some from Eminem, okay?
Okay.
Slim Shady LP
Yeah.
with 97 Bonnie and Clyde and My Name Is on it. Like, come on, dude. That is utterly insane.
Okay, but I'm still hung up on the fact that you said Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time.
Hold on, let me finish and I'll
Okay,
explain.
yeah, sorry.
The Marshall Mathers LP, The
Yeah.
Eminem Show,
Yeah, you have Curtain Call too.
Curtain Call. I consider more of like a compilation.
That's
thing.
fair. Yeah.
Marshall Mathers LP 2, Music to Be Murdered By, even a few years ago.
Yeah.
You have Relapse, Revival. Like, Eminem's catalog stacks up against anything Kanye has put out. And not only that, Eminem is the reason we have JID. It's the reason we have Kendrick Lamar. And not only that, oh my gosh, dude, like, you go into his catalog and it's not just Without Me. It's not just Lose Yourself. There's Business. There's The Way I Am. There is Beautiful. In my shoes just to see what it's like to be me. Like, dude, it's his versatility. You go from Berserk and then you go into Stan and you're like, holy cow, this man is a absolute genius. Kanye is a genius. He is an awesome producer. He's an amazing rapper. He is third on my greatest rappers of all time list.
Yeah.
But Eminem is the reason that rap is the way it is today.
Now, see, that's just not true because you have, dude. See, you think Eminem's the best rapper of all time?
Yes.
Jay-Z, Kendrick, Kanye. You have Ice Cube, Eazy-E, Tupac. Need I say more? Those are all better rappers than Eminem.
Maybe at the time, yes, and maybe for their peak, yes. But Eminem not only has longevity on
He's
his
past
side,
his peak right now, though.
he is past his peak at this point. But think about this: 21 years apart, the Slim Shady LP and Music to Be Murdered By were both #1 albums for over 2 months. You have to think about that for a second. Like, the absolute longevity and just still influence that he has on today's generation is absolutely insane. And you can say, oh, it's because he's white. It's because if he was black, he wouldn't be remembered like he is today. That ain't true. That is not true. Eminem, he is as good of a lyricist as Kendrick, if not more so.
I agree. I think Kendrick is a better lyricist, but Eminem definitely does have good lyrics, for sure.
He has some of the best features, and while I don't like his Rihanna features, they're legendary. And he has Ed freaking Sheeran on a song of his doing a chorus, and not only does it make sense, it is a masterpiece.
Yeah. All right, I got one now. Wait, who's the other one I was just thinking of? Okay, never mind. I definitely just lost the second one. I was gonna say Post Malone and someone else, but I definitely forgot the other one, so it's okay.
Okay. So out of those guys that you listed, who would you put as the greatest rapper of all time?
I mean, it's such a tough competition. I would, honestly, I'll put Kanye because he has such influence over the rap. Oh, he's in shambles right now. Such influence over rap. All of his albums are all-time greats.
I wish we could have just caught that reaction just now. I about face planted out of this chair.
That is true. But dude, the college dropout. Okay. I mean, need I say more? He made graduation.
I agree with everything that you're saying about Kanye, and he has his place as a top 5 rapper of all time.
Yeah.
But anyone who says he is the best has not listened to Kendrick Lamar or Eminem. I'm sorry. Kendrick Lamar is better than Kanye in every possible conceivable way. To Pimp
That's
a
crazy.
Butterfly, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, Good Kid, Mad City, like, dude, Kendrick is the modern Eminem.
This is a crazy take. This is a really crazy take. I'm enjoying listening to this. This is a wild take.
Go ahead. No, slander me. Slander me because I am ready for the heat.
No, it's such a crazy take. I mean, it's not really. I wouldn't consider it a bad take. Well, no, I would. It's such a wild take to say that Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time. I don't even listen to rap, and I know he's not the greatest rapper of all time.
Well, maybe that's your problem. You don't listen to enough rap.
Okay, fair point. Fair point.
All right. So now we are going to do. You've probably seen those TikToks where they do a draft. So we're just gonna copy it. Why not? So Max, today we are going to be drafting fast food restaurants. We're gonna draft 5 fast food restaurants, but if you pick, say, like a burger place, like McDonald's or something,
Mhm.
you cannot use another burger place.
That's
You
fair.
can use, like there's Mexican. The only one you're allowed to pick 2 of is variety. So like a McAllister's or something.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Okay, and out of respect for my co-host, I will even let you go first.
Thank you. Number 1 is Cane's. I mean, there's no argument for Cane's. Cane's. I drive at least 4 out of 7 days of the week. I drive the 15 minutes to Fayetteville just for the box combo and a large sweet tea. Okay.
That's yeah. See, you picked the goat chicken place, but you didn't pick the goat fast food place. Give me Culver's.
Culver's? Really?
They're like an improved Freddy's.
Yeah, I've only had Culver's a couple of times. I'm not gonna put Culver's in my top 5, but that's an interesting take for sure.
Yeah,
Really
it's
interesting take.
it's more of like it's kind of like White Castle is. It's an acquired taste. You kind of have to like be
Yeah.
born liking like greasy burgers to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But if you're born enjoying greasy burgers, by God, go get some Culver's. What are you doing eating Freddy's, you sicko?
That's a fair take. Number 2, I can't use chicken again. Chick-fil-A is gonna be my number 2. Number 2, give me the Taco Bell. Okay.
Oh,
The Taco Bell is such a great pick because you can have it at all hours, any single hour of the 24-hour day. It's a great pick. If it's 3 in the morning, you're starving, and you want some food, Taco Bell DoorDash right there, baby. Okay, you get
Okay,
you get you a steak quesadilla and a nachos Bel Grande, and you feel like $1 million afterwards.
look, I love the Nachos Bel Grande, but that's picking Taco Bell at 2 when you could have had it later is a bit because I don't think I was gonna pick it. I will
Taco Bell's not in your top 5.
personally no.
That's a crazy.
So I am going to go with I think what you should have gone as the 2 a.m. I need some food here.
Mm.
Give me freaking Whataburger.
Whataburgers. I thought about going Whataburger, but I do have another burger spot in mind that I do like better than Whataburger.
Is it Wendy?
No.
Oh wait, I can't go Whataburger. I went Culver's. Dang it.
Oh wait.
Oh.
See, this is the problem that I was running into.
Yeah, so I got an audible now. I got an audible. We'll go chicken. I'll go Popeyes. Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Popeyes. Look. Okay.
So does a Chick-fil-A sandwich not exist or something? Does a peach milkshake not exist?
Hear me out. Popeyes has better chicken sandwiches.
Oh, what?
You've clearly never had a Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Yes, I have. Many
A
times.
spicy blackened chicken sandwich you're saying is worse than a regular Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich? Are you kidding me?
Chick-fil-A is 100% better. He's just sitting in shock right now.
Dude, I can't. I can't get behind that. It's your own opinion, so I will not go burn you at the stake for it.
That's fair.
But just know I don't agree with you at all.
No, that's fair, and I don't agree with you that Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time. But
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah,
So
respect.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
respect.
yeah, respect.
There you go. All right. So what's your third pick?
Now this is where it gets a little bit interesting because I've already used.
You've used your chicken and Mexican food.
Yeah.
So where are you gonna go? Burger here? Are you gonna go variety? Because I haven't picked a variety place yet.
What would you consider a variety place?
I would consider that maybe like a Sonic, like a Smoothie King, like something like that.
Sonic's a good pick. I'm gonna say that for later. But at number 3, I'm gonna go with Brahms. Okay, dude.
Oh, that's such a good pick. That's such a good pick.
Brahms. It's just always there for it's just always there, right? Like,
And they're one of the last few fresh burger places.
they're so consistent every time. Every time you go there, you know what you're gonna get, right?
Yep.
It's a great place. You really can't go wrong with a great Brahms burger, right?
You really can't. It's so good, dude. Now I'm mad for not going Brahms, but I like Culver's a little bit better. So who am I to judge? So at number 3, where do I go here? I don't want to pick Sonic because I think you're gonna pick that next, and I have something better in mind for a variety place.
Mhm.
But I am going to. You know what? Oh, this gonna make people so mad. We have the meats themselves. Give me Arby's.
Oh, Arby's at number 3?
Hear me out.
Are you wait? No. Before you justify your
Oh
answer,
my gosh.
Arby's at number 3.
I told you.
I will admit the roast beef sandwich is fantastic, but Arby's at number 3 is a wild pick. You have so many other good spots than Arby's that you could have picked.
Look. Arby's, you have been tricked into thinking that the roast beef sandwich is the only good thing at that place. Try having the mozzarella stick. Try having the mac and cheese bites. Try having the buffalo chicken sliders with ranch. Oh my gosh.
Bro, Arby's at number 3 is a crazy pick.
I had to get a variety out of the way, and I didn't want to pick Sonic.
That's fair.
You're going to pick Sonic here, I'm
Let's say
assuming?
at number 4, I'm going to go Sonic.
Yeah.
Because you got your breakfast items, and then you have the mozzarella sticks is really what makes the menu, okay? They're consistent, they're great, okay? They're hot and fresh. That's all you can ask for out of a fast food place, right? And then the drinks. The drinks are an incredible addition to Sonic's already great menu, okay? Because you can basically get any drink you want within reason.
Yeah.
But like
you can't ask for someone's blood, unfortunately. That was a joke, everybody listening. That was a joke, please don't sue me.
But it's a really consistent place where you know what you're gonna get every time you go there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have Sonic at 4.
Okay, that I can respect that. So I'm trying to think. What's a good? I think I gotta go Chipotle here, right?
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
That's a really good pick.
I recovered nicely from the Arby's. I had to pick Arby's because I'm not picking Sonic because I don't like Sonic outside of like the ocean water slush.
Yeah.
Dude, I got chili cheese fries there once. Not only was there like a teaspoon of chili on the actual fries, the fries, while not even having any chili on them, were so soggy.
I remember you texting me about this.
Oh, yeah, dude, it was so bad. I can't. But
Look,
yeah, we'll go Chipotle at 4 just because it's super healthy and I can get it like really quickly.
Chipotle at 4 is a solid pick.
It's a little expensive, but if you're willing to splurge a couple extra bucks, it's good.
Yeah. Now here's where I don't know where to go here for number 5, because
You have your variety place left, right?
mm-hmm.
Wait, what'd you say? For
No, I
burger?
know I said Sonic for my variety. So,
Okay, so yeah, but you have 2 variety spots. Did you?
Oh, that's right.
You used you have
I went Cane's
Taco Bell.
and then I went Brahms.
Okay, so yeah, you got one more variety place left.
Then Sonic. So
I know what I'm going here if you don't get it, and I'm counting it as a variety because it pretty much is.
McDonald's.
No,
What would you say for your variety pick then? Oh, you can't tell.
you can't. I can't. You got picked.
Is Dairy Queen a variety pick?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go Dairy Queen.
No. That's what I was gonna pick.
Here's the thing.
Oh,
I'm
jerk.
not a big fan of their food, but their ice cream there is top
Oh
tier.
my gosh,
Their,
dude.
their ice cream there is so good.
Oh no, he stole my pick.
See,
Oh my
and
gosh.
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, now I got an audible though. Now I got an audible. Um, I can go a lot of different places here with the final pick. Um, do I want? I can't do that. I can't do that because it's not.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say maybe Freddy's because
Yeah.
but I don't think I can classify that as variety.
Yeah.
It's less than Dairy Queen, and the only thing they other really have here there's chicken strips and a hot dog, so I can't really say it's variety.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Is this allowed? Can I do Wawa?
No, that's a gas station.
Think about it though. They have a fast food section. They have like a section where you order like it's fast food.
I've never been to a Wawa, so you'll have to oblige me in this.
So it's basically like it's like a food court type situation where you go up and order and they just like make it fresh for you right there. And they have like hot dogs, they have burgers, they have chicken. I think they even have fish at some places, and it's good. It's like really good.
That's a respectable pick from what it sounds like. I'll allow it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go Wawa. I got. You cooked me, so it's whatever.
Now let's do. You can pick whatever you want. There's no like limits on this one. You can do whatever categories you want to.
Okay. You want to go first again?
Canes, 100%. I mean, I've already explained it.
Yeah. Okay. If we're going whatever we want, I will once again make Culver's my first pick.
Really, I'm gonna go Chick-fil-A at number 2. I mean,
You got the Titanic twosome of chicken. I understand it.
they're both so consistent.
I will go with a pick to offset Cane's a little bit here. Give me Zaxby's.
See, now I'm not the biggest fan of Zaxby's.
I think they're very much like very similar, except Cane's has a little bit better seasoning.
Yeah. So number 3, I don't know if I want to go Taco Bell at number 3 again. I'm gonna go Brahms at number 3.
Okay. This is just turning out like a lot of our other picks, honestly.
Yeah, but still, I got Chick-fil-A at my number 2. So
Yeah. I'm going to go. I think I got to go to McDonald's at 3 just for the accessibility alone.
it's such a staple in the fast food department.
Yep.
What was your second pick? Yeah, Culver's.
I have Culver's and Zaxby's.
That's right. So number 4, I'm gonna go with Taco Bell. I mean, I've already discussed why.
Yeah. At number 4, I can go several different places here. I can go to. Do I want to go to a second chicken place? I don't want to pick Popeyes because I think I can get that 5. I don't think you're gonna pick it.
I'm not.
Exactly. So, let me go with. You know what? I'm gonna go away from Popeyes and I'm gonna go Slim's.
Now, see, here's the thing. Slim's, it's a solid location if you don't want to go all the way to Cane's.
I'll do like a tender Mac Bowl meal, like right? Like
Yeah,
those are awesome.
yeah, but I just can't go Slim's in my argument because Cane's has just such a special place in my heart.
I understand that. Yeah.
Number 5. Number 5. This is tough. I won't lie. There's so many great options out here.
Yep.
I mean, I could go Freddy's. I could go Dairy Queen again. I could go McDonald's.
I know what I know what I'm going with if you don't go with it. So.
I can't go McDonald's. You already picked that. But I'm gonna go with Freddy's because
Okay.
here's why. It's just the location because I live a solid 2 minutes away from Freddy's. Okay.
Yeah, you can just walk to it if you wanted.
Yeah. So the only reason I'm going with Freddy's is because it's a great check down location from all the other 4 places.
Yeah, and it tastes solid too. It's not like it's bad.
No, it's solid, but like I
Mhm.
would go to any other 4 places, more frequently than I would Freddy's.
Yeah, I get that. Number 5, I'm gonna go with the most underrated option out of all of the things we've
Yeah,
said.
I swear, if you say Burger King, I'm leaving this room right now.
Nope. I was gonna go Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's, that's a great pick. That's an absolutely fantastic pick. I won't lie. I would pick Jimmy John's over Jersey Mike's.
Just for the quickness of the sandwiches.
I like Jimmy John's better than Jersey Mike's, honestly.
That's a wild take, but I won't say anything. It's all right.
But That's a great spot. I didn't even think about the sandwich spots. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sandwich spots completely slipped my mind. And Jersey Mike's is a great pick. Won't lie.
Yeah. All right.
Now, give me. Let's do. All right. You watched SpongeBob as a kid growing up?
Um, a bit. Yeah, I didn't watch it as much as other people did, but it's
All right. You have a general idea of the characters? I'm guessing, right?
yes.
All right. Let's do. Who's the best side character in SpongeBob history? Like not SpongeBob or Patrick or Mr. Krabs or Squidward or Sandy. What's the best side character in SpongeBob?
Oh, the driver's ed teacher. The driver,
Mrs. Puff.
Mrs. Puff.
That's a great pick. That's a
Dude,
fantastic.
dude, like she. Oh gosh,
For I'm gonna go Doodle Bob. You know Doodle Bob?
I know Doodle Bob.
I'm gonna
yeah.
go Doodle Bob because
Yeah.
even though he is in one episode, he had such a cultural impact.
Oh yeah, dude. I know.
Dude, me and my brother just start spewing Doodle Bob quotes all the time, even though they make no sense.
Say some Doodle Bob quotes to the. listeners.
I'm gonna go ahead and not to not embarrass myself.
Okay.
But you know, the cultural impact he had for just being in one episode is wild.
Yeah, I'm with you there. All right. You know what? That we are going to you want to do a blind ranking of some sorts?
Sure.
All right. So, you guys at home can kind of or wherever you're listening to this too, you guys can rank these along with us and tell us what ranking you got. Okay. So, we are going to rank these we are going to rank these.
We could do rock bands.
Okay, yeah, we'll do rock bands. He saved me because I did not know what we were doing there.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, you can do me first, and then I'll do to you.
Let's go. I can't say anyone too obvious for you because I know who you're gonna go for number one.
Okay.
Let's go with Audio Slave.
3. I love Audio Slave, but there's better
Yeah,
bands out there.
yeah, you should pull up a note thing on your computer because that's what I'm doing on my phone so I don't lose track. But Audio Slave at 3, that's a solid pick.
Yeah.
You know, because I think there are different or better bands than Audio Slave out there.
Yeah, but I mean, you combine Cornell's vocals with Rage Against the Machine, like that's iconic.
Yeah, I mean, it's really solid. You know.
Yeah.
All right, number 2, or the second one, I guess. I'm gonna go. How about the White Stripes?
5.
That's a fair pick.
I'm not a huge fan of the White Stripes personally.
Yeah.
I know Seven Nation Army is a cultural defiance, but like I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yeah,
And this is coming from someone who goes to OU games and hears it all the time.
yeah, that's a fair one. All right, since I gave you 2, you want to give me 2?
Okay, yeah. You have your own separate list, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We will go with the Doors.
So here's the thing. The Doors was my dad's favorite band of all time, but he considers them extremely bad luck now. So he's not listened to a Doors song in like 20 years. So for that, I never listened to the Doors for that reason because I'm just afraid that the bad luck will get passed down to me. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with the Doors. The Doors at number 5.
We're gonna play a Doors song and the Boogeyman's gonna come get him.
Dude. Whew.
Rod Max, you better run for your life, man.
All right.
All right. Next one we'll do is the Eagles.
See the Eagles. It's such a great pick. I'm gonna go with the Eagles at number 2 because
Good. That's a solid ranking.
because
Okay.
their harmonizing is second to none.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I love Don Henley, dude. Don Henley's
like
amazing.
Seven Bridge Nation. Is that what it's called?
What?
Wait, no. What's the song? Seven Bridges Road. Seven Bridges Road.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Seven Bridges Road. Sorry, I was thinking about the White Stripes still. But Seven
Yeah.
Bridges Road, they're harmonizing on that is unbelievable.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that. All right. So now you give me the last 3.
I'll go with Van Halen.
4.
Really?
I'm not a Van Halen guy. Never have been.
I mean,
I think they're better than the White Stripes, but that's not saying much.
yeah. I mean, any particular reason for Van Halen at 4?
I think Eddie's very overrated.
What?
That's a topic for another day, but yes, I think Eddie's very overrated. I don't think that their lyrics are all that good. I think they're very corny lyrics a lot of times. Um,
Yeah.
their song like Jump is I can't listen to it. I can't take it
You
seriously.
don't like Jump?
No.
That's crazy.
Okay, next one.
Um, I'll go with. Can we do single people too, or just bands?
Let's just do bands for this one.
All right. Let's go with Let me think. Um, CCR.
That's a solid 2 pick. I'd put him at 2.
Creedence Clearwater Revival. Yeah.
Yes, I know you're talking about. I'd put him at 2.
Yeah.
Just the influence alone, like it is.
CCR is fantastic in really every way there is.
Yeah. All right.
All right, last one.
Please don't screw me over.
You got your number 1 spot left, right?
I've got the number 1 spot left. You can look at it and you can confirm that.
Travis, I'll be nice to you. I'll put Rage.
Yes. Yes. Okay. He knows I love Rage Against the Machine. Tom Morello is one of the greatest guitarists of all time. I will stand by that. Zach De La Rocha is an amazing vocalist, just amazing.
Yeah. All right. Last 3.
So you put the Doors at 5 and then the Eagles at 2.
Yeah.
Okay. We will go. Alice in Chains.
See, I've never been a big Alice in Chains fan. It's not that I don't like their music. I just never listen to them a lot compared to other people. So I'll put them at 4. It's like
fair if you've never listened to them a ton.
Yeah, I mean,
like go listen to Jar of Flies though. Like the entirety of Jar of Flies is like amazing.
All right. Yeah.
So Foo Fighters. This is where you got a dilemma here, because I know what I'm saying for my last one, and I think I'm not gonna tell you what it is. It's not what you're thinking. I think you're thinking Zeppelin, and I'm not saying Zeppelin.
Yeah. If you're not saying Zeppelin, that I'm gonna put Foo Fighters at number 1 because I've been such a Foo Fighters fan for such a long time. Don't want to put them at 3. Ooh, this is tough. I'm gonna put Foo Fighters at 3.
Wow. One of his favorite bands of all time, and he's putting them behind the Eagles.
I just feel like dude, I love the Eagles. I think I might like the Eagles more than Foo Fighters.
Regardless, it's surprising to see you put Foo Fighters not at 1.
I mean, I had it typed in number 1, but
You're changing to number 3?
Yeah. Number 1.
You should have put it at 1. The last one was Chicago.
Oh, that's painful. That's really painful. Well, here's the thing. 25 to 6 to 4 is a fantastic song. Or wait, 25 or 6 to 4.
Yes.
I love that song to death. So I'm not exactly mad about Chicago being at number 1.
But does it deserve to be above Foo Fighters and the Eagles?
No, it should.
Exactly.
It should
yeah.
have been at 3 for sure.
All right. We'll try to get a couple more things in here. So what we're going to do is Max is going to try to avoid saying the same thing as me.
Okay.
So you guys have probably seen this trend a lot recently, and you guys play along. So I'm going to think of 5 things, okay? And I want you to think of it, and we'll say the same thing we'll say the same at the same time. I'll give you a count. I'll give you a few seconds to think about it, okay? Okay. First one. Name an MLB outfielder. Give you a few seconds here. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Michael Harris.
Yordan Alvarez.
Okay.
All right.
So you got that one.
Good start so far. Good start.
Okay. Number 2. Name me any animated cartoon series besides SpongeBob. Okay. Give you a couple seconds to think about it. All right. 3, 2, 1. Adventure Time.
The Last Airbender.
Okay.
I got you there.
You did. I didn't think you'd go that route.
Dude, Last Airbender is one of my favorite shows of all time. Even though it's a kid show, I love The Last Airbender.
And rightfully so. It's a great show. All right. Number 3. Name a kitchen object. Something you'd use in the kitchen.
Okay.
All right. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Colander.
Stand mixer. Oh.
Wait, what'd you say for yours?
I said a stand mixer.
What's that?
It's like a thing you put dough in and it like mixes it automatically.
It's like the little bowl that you put it in. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Number 4. Name any NFL wide receiver.
Okay, I gotta think about this because I don't know a lot about NFL.
Okay.
Um. Okay, I got one.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. T.
Stephon
Higgins.
Diggs.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
I'm doing pretty good.
Last one. Name a TV show from the 2000s.
Just any TV show.
You can name any TV show
Okay.
from any different network. I don't care.
All right.
All right. You got it?
Mhm.
All right. 3, 2, 1. The
The
Big Bang Theory.
Sopranos.
Dang it. Okay. Wow. All right. You passed the test.
All right, my turn now.
Okay.
All right. Let's go with any American League team.
All right. Sounds good.
Mm.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Angels.
Royals.
Sweet. All right. Nice job. Let's go with any TV network. All right.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. HBO.
TNT.
Nice. You put great job, Travis. You know any film directors?
Not really, to be perfectly honest.
That's fine. Okay, we'll go with any Led Zeppelin song.
Ooh, okay.
Mhm.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Whole
Over
lot
the
of
Hills and
love.
Far away.
Okay, I thought you were gonna go Whole Lot of Love.
No.
Over the Hills is such a great song though.
It is. That's awesome. All right. 2 more.
Let's go with let's go let's go any NFL team, you know. Let's keep it broad.
Any NFL team. Okay. All right. I got mine.
3, 2, 1. Steelers. Ooh, Jets is a good one. I thought you were gonna go Steelers for sure.
No.
All right, last one. We'll make it a little bit tricky. Think of any year from 2015 to now. Any year.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. 2018.
2016.
Dang it!
Yes.
I almost had. Dang it.
All right. Cool. So we both won. That was awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So last thing we're going to do before we sign off. So we are going to play 20 questions.
Dude, I suck at 20 questions so much.
So, we are both going to think of MLB players, and we're going to take turns. We're not going to take turns answering one question at a time. We're just going to each do it, and then the other goes, like we've been doing.
Yeah.
All right. So you think of a player.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. It has to be current, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he play in the American League?
No.
Okay. Is he an infielder?
Yes.
Is he a everyday starter?
Now he is. Yeah.
Now he is. Okay.
Well, no, he is. He is.
He is. Okay. Is this player under the age of 26?
No.
Okay. Is this player from the U.S.?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm almost positive he is.
Does he play in the NL Central?
Yeah.
Okay. Does he play for the Cubs?
No.
Okay. So that's 6 questions in.
7.
7. Okay. Thank you for keeping track.
Mm.
Does he play a middle infield position?
Yeah.
Okay. He's not a young player.
Mm-mm.
Oh gosh. Does he play for a team with red in their uniforms? Yeah. Okay, so he plays for the Cardinals or Reds.
Mm.
Has he been traded in his career?
No.
No, okay. Does this player have a $14 or more million contract?
No. I don't think he does.
Is this Jonathan India?
No.
Dang it, okay.
Jonathan India is a young player though.
He's like 26. Is he on the Reds?
No.
So he's on the Cardinals? It's not Jordan Walker because he plays in the outfield. God, who? Nolan Gorman plays second base for them, so it can't be him.
Mm-mm.
What? Who is the shortstop for the freaking Cardinals?
Think about it.
Is this Tommy Edman?
Mm-mm. You got 6 left.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm blanking right now. Someone like help me out. Someone time travel here and help me out. Dude, this is very stressful. I'm trying to think. Is he a new addition to the team?
Yeah.
So he just signed?
Mm. I feel like you would have gotten this by now.
Yeah, the problem is I don't like keep up with baseball that much.
Yeah.
Oh. I give up. Who is it?
Brandon Crawford.
Oh, I forgot he signed with the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
I so forgot he signed with them.
I feel like I would. I feel like.
Hold on. I want to search this man. I completely forgot.
Yeah.
He signed with them.
Yeah.
What in the world? He started at DH because Edmonds rehab. Like, what in the heck? Oh my gosh. Ah, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna think about this one.
Okay.
So, what are we thinking? What are we thinking here? Okay, I got one.
Okay. All right, American League or
All right, we will be back in 1 second, guys. There's a knock at the door. Max, keep them entertained.
I'm still kind of in shock. He said Eminem's the best rapper. Yeah, I still don't know why he said Eminem's the best rapper of all time. That's kind of crazy in my opinion, but whatever. I guess everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Guys, we had to make a quick delivery, and we're back.
Yeah.
All right.
You got your player though?
I have the player.
Okay. American League or National League?
American League.
All right. Are you doing yes or no questions or?
Yes or no questions? Yeah.
Okay. AL East.
He does play in the AL East.
Orioles.
No, you're just going the boring route. You're just guessing divisions and teams. I actually asked you questions.
Rays.
Yeah, he plays for the Rays. Do you guys hear? This man does not know how to play 20 questions
The thing
right
is,
way.
I have the team in 4 questions now, and I still have 16 more. So.
Oh gosh, yeah, I guess.
Outfielder.
Yeah.
Randy Rosarena.
It's freaking Randy Rosarena.
I just got that in 5 guesses.
I swear, this man either. Oh my gosh.
First off,
this is why I don't like doing just like straight divisions because
that's an obvious pick. First off, and secondly, I got that in 6 questions. I just want to let you know that I got that in 6 questions.
Yeah, guys, he got that in 6 questions. Comment cookies for him because he needs some.
I hate you.
I know.
Um,
man, dude, I should have picked Randy Rosarena. Oh,
you can do another one. You can do it.
I mean, I don't like doing baseball ones though because, so, if you guys didn't actually know this, like I'm a football and basketball guy. I don't like doing like a ton of baseball looking at stuff because I feel like it's just way too complicated. It's like I'm gonna do fantasy baseball this year, but I'm probably gonna lose.
Are you keeping up with golf at all this year?
I have never kept up with golf in my entire life. I know Scotty Scheffler's good. I know Jordan Spieth used to be good.
He's good now.
Talk again. I don't know anything about golf.
Well, I was saying the Masters is 1 month away. I was seeing if you had any favorites for the winners this year.
Scotty Scheffler, baby.
See,
I do not know anyone.
And see, that's not a bad pick at all. I think Rory McIlroy could definitely make a statement for himself. He only needs a majors to complete the career Grand Slam, which is winning all 4 majors in your career. Like Tiger's done that, Jack Nicklaus has done that.
Yeah.
So I'm rooting for Rory this Masters season, but I feel like Scotty has a really good chance of winning again.
Guys, I feel like Marlin from Finding Nemo in the current right now. I think he's trying to speak to me. I know it. Like, listen, you're really cute, but I don't know what you're saying. Say the first thing again.
All right.
Yeah, dude, I don't like. So here's the thing, right? I am a prime like basketball and football, which is why I pay attention to like Harbor football and stuff like that because I actually care about it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't like pay attention to baseball. And like whenever Wrigley asked me like, "Hey, like did you see the baseball game last night?" I'm like, "There was a baseball game last night." Like
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah.
Like the only reason I like actually even care about it is cuz my team's good right now.
Mm.
But outside of that, like I don't care.
Yeah. I feel that. That's why I am with like like in basketball and football, like and even Arkansas baseball. Like,
Oh, yeah.
here's the thing. I love Arkansas and I love baseball. I just don't keep up with Arkansas baseball
Thank you.
at
Yeah.
all because like I put all my time and effort and energy into Cubs baseball.
Mhm.
Like I'm still gonna root for Arkansas, obviously,
Yeah.
but like I just don't pay attention to them. Like I would have a hard time naming one player on the Arkansas baseball team right now.
Yeah, I honestly like I can name Kendall Pettis on the OU baseball team and that's about it.
Yeah.
Like it is. Speaking of OU baseball, we are the most inconsistent team ever. We literally beat a number 9 Tennessee team on the road 5-1. A week later, we went in at home and lost to Wright State 12-2.
That's baseball though. That's why it's so hard to bet on baseball because like it's such it literally anyone can win. Like the Oakland Athletics last year could have beat the Dodgers in one out of probably in 5 games. They would have won one.
Yeah, guys, this is just this is just advice. Do not ever bet on baseball.
Yes.
It is the most unpredictable sport ever.
Don't sports gamble in general. We do not condone sports
don't.
gambling.
Unless you are 18 and in a state that allows it, then don't sports gamble.
Yes, exactly. So, I'm guessing you're pretty excited for MLB regular season. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out for sure.
It honestly will. This is like the most I've like paid attention to it, and like, dude, this is like there's never been a better time in the sports world right now. You got the NBA and NBA and NHL seasons wrapping up, followed by the playoffs.
Mhm.
You got March Madness starting in a couple weeks.
Dude, how about Arkansas?
Oh my
Arkansas
gosh,
basketball. It's such a bitter topic
it's physically painful to talk about.
because
like,
we were supposed to be quote unquote supposed to be a Final Four team, and now our record is I think we may have a losing record.
15-16 or 16-15, one of the two.
Now. I can look real quick.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what happened. Like, I do know what happened. They have no defense, and their team is selfish.
Let's see. We're 14-15 right now.
Oh, dude, that's so.
The thing is, we lost to Kentucky, who's ranked number 16, 21-8. We lost 111 to 102.
In regulation, too. That is what's crazy. There was no overtime in that game. It was, like, if you guys had any resemblance of a defense or any resemblance, like, you guys are ranked 346th out of 357 teams.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a minute. We got some breaking news out of the NFL. Saquon Barkley, the superstar running back for the Giants, is now signing with the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's interesting.
Wow, going to a division rival, keeping him away from the Texans.
On a 3-year, $37.75 million contract that could be worth up to $46.75 million and includes $26 million fully guaranteed at signing.
Wow. So we get the first giant bombshell of free agency dropping, going to the division rivals.
When did free agency for NFL start?
So extension period started last week, but the legal tampering period, like which is where everyone can sign, started today.
Oh, okay.
So that's what's going on.
Yeah.
And dude, that is insane. Like you have Barkley, who's one of the most talented backs in the NFL, and you have him pitted up against pit up with a monster in that Eagles O-line, and like if Hurts can improve from last season, right? Dude, that team's scary. That team is scary.
Do you think the Eagles lost a lot because of Jason Kelsey?
Yes.
Yeah.
They lost leadership. They lost a huge, there's a hole on that O-line where Jason Kelsey is.
Yeah, I would say they definitely lost the leadership thing, but since I'm not really that informed on NFL, I didn't know if they lost a lot of O-line power.
Yes. I think they draft Jackson Powers Johnson out of Oregon in the first round this year to kind of offset the blow. But yeah, they lost a lot. Man, all right, here, we'll go on Yahoo again before we hop off here, and we'll see if anything else is happening.
Quarterback Cousins leaves Vikings for Falcons $180 million deal.
Holy crap. Dude got $45 million a year.
That was 45 minutes ago.
Oh my gosh. Dude,
The club agreed to terms on a 4-year deal with former Minnesota Vikings Kirk Cousins. A source told ESPN's Adam Schefter that Cousins' deal's worth $180 million, $45 million per season, including $100 million guaranteed.
gosh. Patriots signed Antonio Gibson, John Runyon. Gosh. $50 million signing bonus with it, too. Dude, Kirk Cousins is getting paid $45 million a year. That is insane.
Good for him. He's getting that bag.
Yeah, good. Like, seriously, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
And Kirk Cousins is a great guy. If you like watch interviews of him off the field, he's a great guy too.
Yes.
So good for him.
yes, here, we'll see what else is going on.
I think that's really the only two breaking news things that I saw on ESPN.
Oh, Josh Jacobs has signed with the Packers.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
And the Packers, in return, are releasing Aaron Jones.
Are they really?
Yep. Dude, that is a weird move to me because Aaron Jones is like a huge Eagles make a huge splash. Tyler Biadasz went to Washington. Colby Parkinson. Yay, so the Seahawks are going to have even more tight end issues. That's fun. And the Jags got Darnell Savage, so Rayshon Jenkins isn't coming back on a team-friendly deal. Hopefully we can pull him in.
Going back to baseball real quick, what do you think about Garrett Cole's MRI today? Do you think that could be detrimental to the Yankees' rotation?
I think it just all depends on what we hear today and like what goes down behind the scenes.
Because I think if that MRI does come back negative, then I think that will have a huge blow to their rotation. Because you have Carlos Rodon, who is not good.
Yeah.
If we go by last year's standards.
Yeah.
He was injured for half the year, and they got shelled. In the first game back by the Cubs, actually, I was there to watch that. It was really nice to watch.
Ouch.
But yeah, that would be a huge blow to the Yankees.
Yep.
If Garrett Cole was injured.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, so just in, Vikings are signing Blake Cashman to a 3-year, $25.5 million deal. So now that Kirk is away from the Vikings, right? He's gone to Atlanta. We've got that in. We got that news in. All that, right? Do we see the Vikings maybe try to trade for Justin Fields? Maybe trade up in the draft to draft Drake May? Like, what do you think we see there?
I was just about to ask, where do you think Justin Fields is going to go?
Dude, I'm on the Vikings or Raiders, right? Like, I think those two just make the most sense for him. I think the Vikings would probably offer the most to get him because the Vikings have a good roster. They have a contending roster. But you have easily one of the better dual threat quarterbacks in the NFL who hasn't really gotten a fair shot yet.
Yeah.
And you put him with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, all those weapons. Dude, that's a scary offense.
Because I'm what I call a passive Bears fan, where I don't keep up with any of the Bears things.
But you enjoy watching them?
Yeah, because I'm a Cubs fan. I'm like all Chicago sports fans. Like,
yeah.
I'm a Bulls fan and a Hawks fan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I was wondering what your take on Justin Fields is leaving, because I'm in a Cubs group chat right now with like 70 people, and that's like the talk of the town right now is Justin Fields.
Yeah, I would say the Vikings have the best shot to get him right now, especially with the new Kirk news. I would expect a Fields trade soon enough.
Yeah. Do you think how long do you think it'll be until Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery get signed?
I think they're signed within the week, honestly. I think they finally get deals done. I think Snell goes to the Orioles, and I think Montgomery goes to the I think Montgomery either goes to the Red Sox or the Mariners, one of the two.
Yeah, because I mean, there's less than a month until opening day. Like,
they won't start the season for sure, but you gotta get warmed up to start the season.
Yeah, I mean, we have next Thursday marks 2 weeks until opening day.
Yeah, that's insane.
So I mean, they gotta get there and like start pitching.
All right, real quick before we sign off, Max, any March Madness national title predictions?
See, I'm not a big college basketball fan because of Arkansas is just so detrimentally bad.
Yeah.
So I haven't kept up a lot this year. But I mean, I'm sure Gonzaga is going to compete.
No.
They're not?
No, Gonzaga is actually near the last four in right now.
Really?
Yeah, they're the 2 seed in the West Coast Conference.
See, this is why I love having you here, because I didn't know that. So Gonzaga was my pick. Not anymore, I guess. But
Yeah. I'm going UConn. UConn has the most balanced offense. They're looking to repeat. They're gonna have the most fire under them. I'm going UConn.
UConn has been a big college basketball icon for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Although they had to deal with Kevin Ollie road games against Tulsa on Tuesday nights in the American Athletic Conference for the past 8 years, but who didn't?
Yeah.
Except Kevin Ollie. Kevin Ollie, just keep your hands away from that program. Bobby Hurley's fine. All right. So I think that's gonna do it. Max, do you have anything you want to say before we sign off?
Go Cubs.
All right. Spoken by a true wise man. So we will probably be back on in a couple weeks. We shall see where this thing takes us. And